Hello friends, I am from Biology faculty of QLS Academy. Today we are going to learn about heredity and evolution. I am sure you will enjoy learning this lesson. Let's start with our lesson of today. Tracing evolutionary relationships. Now, in order to find out the evolutionary relationship among organisms, we have to look for the common features. हमें common features को देखना पड़ेगा. Different organisms would have common features if they are inherited from a common ancestor. First is comparative anatomy. The study of body parts of animals of a particular group shows how apparently dissimilar animals have quite similar anatomical structures. For example, the forelimbs of man, cat, whale and bat are made up of the same skeletal elements. They have been modified to suit the environmental conditions in which these animals live. These organisms are functionally dissimilar but structurally similar. Such organs are called as homologous organs. The anatomical similarity points to the existence of a common ancestor from which these organisms have evolved. However, though the wings of a bat and the wings of a bird look similar, they are anatomically dissimilar. Such organs are called as analogous organs. Now let's talk about fossils. Studies of organ structures can be done not only on current species but also on the species that are no longer alive. How do we know that these extinct species ever existed? We know this from finding fossils. Now what are fossils? Usually when organisms die, their bodies will decompose and be lost. But every once in a while the body or at least some parts may be in an environment that does not let it decompose completely. वो पूरी तरीके से decompose नहीं होने देगी. If a dead insect get caught in a hot mud, for example, it will not decompose quickly and the mud will eventually harden and retain the impression of the body parts of the insect. All such preserved traces of living organisms are called as fossils. Fossils records are the proof of the changes in and the relationship between various groups of organisms. Paleontology is the study of fossils. The comparison of fossils and present-day organisms gives the evidence of evolution. It shows how one species gave rise to another species with certain modifications. Paleontologists have found the fossils of dinosaurs that lived in Jurassic period about 200 million years ago. These have some features similar to the reptiles present today. How do we know how old the fossils are? Fossils कितने पुराने हैं ये हमें कैसे पता चलता है? There are basically two components to this estimation. One is relative, that is, if we dig into the earth and start finding fossils, it is reasonable to suppose that the fossil we find closer to the surface are more recent and the fossil we find deeper less. The second way of dating fossil is by detecting the ratios of different isotopes of the same element in the fossil material. Evolution is a gradual process. No organism evolved suddenly. कोई भी organism suddenly evolved नहीं हुआ है. Complex organs evolved in organisms gradually over generations. How was each intermediate stage selected during its evolution? For example, how did our eye evolve in its present complex form? And why were its incipient form, that is, eye spots in planarians, selected by nature? Again, wings in birds are an important adaptation for flight. But the feather-like structures initially formed in primitive birds would have had no advantage in flying. Then why did nature select the early feathers? The answer to this question is that these features would have had some marginal advantage like providing insulation against cold and hence they were selected by the nature. Artificial selection also plays an important role in creating diversity as following example shows. Humans have cultivated the wild cabbage plants for thousands of years. By carefully examining variations in these cabbage plants, crossing them and artificially selecting their traits, they got a variety of plants like cauliflower, broccoli, kohlrabi and kale. Thus, through artificial selection, all these different looking plants were developed from the same ancestor. In nature too, structures that look very dissimilar have evolved from a common ancestral design. A study of comparative anatomy and fossils suggests that although the wings of a bat, the flippers of a whale and the arms of a man look different, they are anatomically quite similar. Comparing the DNA of different species can directly show us how much the DNA has changed during the evolution of these species. Now, a very important statement, that is, evolution should not be equated with progress. Evolution को हम progress के साथ equate नहीं कर सकते. Evolution does not mean progress in every case. This can be proved by the example of bacteria. Bacteria are the simplest and one of the oldest organisms on the earth. Their simple body design does not make them weak from any angle. Bacteria are known to survive some of the harshest climate like the craters of the volcanoes and sulfur springs. Many animals have certain features which hamper even their routine activity. For example, the branch-like horns of antelope are a handicap for them. When an antelope runs for its life, there are times when its horns get entangled in branches or bushes. This results in the death of the antelope. Now, last and very important topic, that is human evolution. Modern humans are called as Homo sapiens. Many scientific investigations have shown that the modern humans evolved in Africa. हम सब अफ्रीका से evolve हुए हैं. They migrated towards the north in due course of the time and settled near what is known as the Mediterranean Sea. When the ice age ended, जब ice age end हुआ, melting of ice resulted in the water level. The humans migrated in different directions from that area. One branch went to the Western Asia, then to the Indian Peninsula and finally to Australia. And from the Indian Peninsula, branch migrated towards China and subsequently to the North America. From North America, the humans migrated to the South America. From the Mediterranean Sea, the second branch migrated towards the Europe, where they are believed to replace the Neanderthals. So students, to end this lesson, we learned about human evolution. I hope you enjoyed learning this lesson, and if you have any more doubts, you can go to the following link.